Voyager was never built for the journey that it's currently on. It was never designed to go to interstellar space. It wasn't supposed to survive for this long, and yet it's still going. It's still talking to us. Most people imagine Voyager as some rugged sci-fi explorer, like NASA built it to conquer the galaxy. But no, Voyager is basically a 1970s metal box with a radio and a nuclear heating rock taped to its side. NASA didn't build Voyager for interstellar space. They built it for a quick tour of the planets. And once it passed to Neptune, it was not supposed to do anything. But Voyager was never supposed to leave the solar system. It wasn't supposed to survive outside the sun's protective bubble. It wasn't supposed to be sending data today. So how is Voyager still alive out there? How is a spacecraft built before the invention of the internet exploring a place it was never meant to be? To understand that, we need to talk about the sun's bubble, the heliosphere. Don't worry, I'll explain it slowly. The heliosphere is basically the sun's personal space. Inside the bubble, things are calmer, less radiation, less cosmic chaos. Space doesn't immediately try and delete your spacecraft. Outside this bubble, it's a completely different story. It's like stepping out of your house and immediately getting hit by a hurricane made up of invisible particles, mostly radiation. Voyager crossed this boundary, the heliopause, in 2012. That's when it officially entered interstellar space. And remember, it wasn't built for this. It's like sending your grandma's flip phone to a nuclear reactor and expecting it to text you back. But Voyager is still texting NASA. Slowly, very painfully slowly, but still texting. And that's where our story truly begins. Before we get into any of the wild things that Voyager discovered, we need to understand how the spacecraft actually works. Because Voyager isn't powered like most modern spacecraft. It doesn't have solar panels, rechargeable batteries, or really anything fancy. Voyager runs on a nuclear battery called an RTG, a radioisotope thermoelectric generator. It sounds complicated, but it's actually pretty simple. It's a warm rock, a radioactive warm rock that makes electricity. Inside the RTG is plutonium 238, and as it decays, it gives off some of that heat. That heat is turned into electricity. No moving parts, no switches, no motors. It's just a hot rock that's powering a spacecraft. This hot rock has been cooling down for almost 50 years. Every year, Voyager loses a little bit more of its power. So NASA has to turn off instruments one by one, like shutting off the lights of a house during a blackout. Even today, Voyager only has a few instruments left running, but those few instruments are still sending back data. Now let's talk about how Voyager talks to us, because that part is honestly ridiculous. You could very well compare it to somebody whispering from across a football field and you still trying to somehow hear it. That signal, or the whisper, takes 22 hours to reach Earth. It's almost a full day. Voyager talks to Earth using a high gain antenna, basically a giant space dish. It has to point perfectly at the Earth to send data and receive it. If it drifts even a little, the signal weakens so much that you just can't hear it. Now that you know how Voyager survives, how it talks to NASA, and how NASA keeps it alive, we can finally talk about the actual story. Before Voyager ever left Earth, NASA added something special, something that no other aircraft ever carried. It was a message, a time capsule, a record of humanity. Carl Sagan and his team created the Golden Record, a gold-plated disc filled with the sounds and images from Earth. The idea was simple. If anyone or anything ever finds Voyager, they'll know who sent it. Voyager 2 launched first, and then Voyager 1. And yes, Voyager 2 launched before Voyager 1, but Voyager 1 was faster and overtook Voyager 2. Both spacecraft were sent on a path towards Jupiter, which was the first stop in their grand tour. And Jupiter did not disappoint. Voyager found volcanoes on Io, which were the first active volcanoes to ever be seen outside the Earth. It saw Europa's cracked ice, hinting at the ocean beneath. It captured storms larger than Earth. Then came Saturn, the rings, the moons, the atmosphere. Voyager showed that Saturn's rings weren't solid and they were made up of countless particles, each orbiting like tiny moons.